The auditorium is packed. Kids are standing proudly by their science projects, featuring bright colors, models, and data charts. The air smells like cardboard, glue, and dreams stand out, projecting shining above ground, breaking ground experiment by a young black student. Teachers whisper, "This is the winner." But then, something shifts. Judges frown, questions turn sharp, and the applause grows strangely quiet. By the end of the night, the student's name is missing from the winner's list. Not because the project failed, but because the system did. What happens when brilliance is ignored because of the color of your skin? Marcus Johnson was the kind of kid who lived with curiosity in his veins. Growing up in Atlanta, Georgia, his bedroom looked less like a place to sleep and more like a mini-lab. Wires, test tubes, and notebooks stacked high. His mother worked double shifts to support him, often saying, "Baby, your mind is your ticket. Out of here." When the annual regional science fair was announced, Marcus poured his heart into it. While others built volcanoes or solar system models, Marcus researched water purification. His project could take dirty water and make it drinkable, something that could save lives in struggling communities worldwide. To his teachers and peers, Marcus wasn't just participating, he was competing for first place. His dream, to show that a kid from his neighborhood could outthink anyone, anywhere. Little did he know, the biggest test wouldn't be scientific, it would be social. The night of the fair, Marcus stood proudly in front of his booth, dressed in a neatly ironed shirt his mom had stayed up late pressing. His display board showed step-by-step diagrams, chemical equations, and real-time results. Students, parents, and even teachers crowded around. "This is incredible," one teacher whispered. "He's going to sweep the awards." But when the judges arrived, the atmosphere shifted. One leaned in, asking questions that seemed less about science and more about Marcus himself. "Did you really do this on your own?" another judge asked, raising an eyebrow. Marcus answered confidently, but the skepticism in their eyes was unmistakable. Meanwhile, across the hall, a less complex project, a baking soda volcano, received laughter, nods, and easy praise. Marcus noticed the difference. His stomach tightened, but he pushed on, believing his work would speak louder than prejudice. As the night went on, whispers spread. Some parents muttered, "Kids like him don't usually come up with this." Others avoided his booth altogether. Still, Marcus smiled, explaining his process to anyone who would listen. Then came the announcement. Third place, a colorful but simple solar system model. Second place, the volcano. First place, a genetics poster missing half its citations. Marcus's name wasn't called at all. His heart sank. His mother's face stiffened into a brave smile, but Marcus could see the tears in her eyes. Silence filled Marcus's chest as applause rang out for the winners. His project, praised by teachers, validated by data, was ignored. For a moment, he thought maybe he had done something wrong, but deep down, he knew the truth. It wasn't about the science. It was about him. Later, that night, while packing his materials into a box, he overheard two judges laughing. "No way that kid built this himself. Somebody helped him." The words cut like glass. His mother placed a hand on his shoulder and whispered, "You did everything right, baby. Don't you ever let them make you smaller." In that moment, Marcus realized that the battle wasn't just about winning a medal. It was about proving his brilliance mattered, even in the face of bias. Marcus never got that trophy, but the experience lit a fire in him. Instead of breaking his spirit, the injustice sharpened his determination. He carried that project to local community centers, teaching kids how science could change their lives. Teachers who believed in him helped submit his work to youth innovation programs, where his talent finally received recognition. Years later, Marcus would go on to study engineering, remembering that science fair not as the night he lost, but as the night he learned how much harder he'd have to fight. For every child like Marcus, denied their moment because of bias, the story reminds us of one truth: talent has no color. But bias, sadly, still does. A science project that could have saved lives was ignored, not because it lacked brilliance, but because the student behind it was black. Imagine how many Marcuses exist across America. Genius minds overlooked because of prejudice. What would our world look like if every child's potential were truly valued? This is Black Students' Science Project was a winner, until judges showed their bias. If you believe talent deserves recognition, no matter the skin color, drop a comment with the name of your city below.